All right, it is December 30th, 2014. I hope everyone out there had a nice Christmas, Hanukkah, or whatever, and Happy New Year. 2015 is coming around the corner. And I just want to put out a couple of, or a quick video talking about something that I read on the internet today. Walmart has received $2.6 billion welfare payments. What that means is basically all the people that work there full time aren't getting paid enough to feed their families, and so most of the people that work there receive their EBT cards or whatever. I don't know how much it is. It's not much, whatever it is, but it's enough to, I guess, help people feed their families because Walmart doesn't pay them enough. So they're subsidized by the government. But my point here is that anytime in this on our plantation here that you get a job somewhere, it is the first thing you have to do is fill out your government paperwork, right? And they have to check your papers, make sure your papers are all in order with your slave card and your slave number, and then your id entity, your corporate entity, your straw man, get all that, and they have to make that sure. Because what's happening is you're actually going to work for the United States corporation. I mean, you may think you're going to work for Walmart or something like that, but in actuality, Walmart is owned because it's a registered company with the government. So it's, for all intents and purposes, it's owned by the corporation. And that's the model they want to go to. I was just reading this. Should the federal government be spending billions of dollars to pump up Walmart's profits? I know that question sounds really bizarre, but unfortunately, this is essentially what is happening because Walmart does not pay them enough money. Hundreds of thousands of Walmart employees enroll in Medicaid, food stamps, and other social welfare programs, even though Walmart makes enormous profits. They refuse to properly take care of their employees, so the federal government has to do it. And just from me stepping back and being looking at things over the years, this is the model of what they want to go to. And I think 2015 is going to be a big year for them. What they really want to do is have two levels of people: the underclass and then the upper class, with basically no middle class, and then to slowly do away with the lower classes and get um, the population down. But if you look at it too, I mean, the United States corporation has contracted with another corporation to. The United States corporation is basically just a slave management company that has been fully taken over by the bankers, the International Monetary Fund, the Bank of International Settlements, the bankers, whoever we want to call that, and they're all crown corporations. Ultimately, you people don't even want to know. I'll just throw you off if I tell you. But I mean, that's enough to even to realize where this is going, and that I think that is the ultimate game plan, is to really have just kind of a one corporation. So when everything's going to be monitored by like government minders. Now in 2015, you're going to see this Agenda 21 thing coming in, where they want to have smart meters on all your houses. They want to come into your house and inspect them, make sure everything is weather efficient, and they want to be able to monitor your air conditioning and your power usage and your water and spy on you any way they can, because it's going to be really starting to get a lot more restrictive as far as your freedom of movement and the amount of freedoms that you have, because it's just you have to look at it. It's just business. It's a business that is a corporation that's trying to be more efficient, trying to get more profit on the bottom line. And the way to do that is to monitor everything really closely. Just like if you were working at Walmart, they monitor all their employees and and they monitor, the goods and services that they provide, and what's selling, what's not, and where to maximize profits. And that's what the United States corporation is doing. And they see a lot of the chattel debt slaves as liabilities. I think there's more older people now going on to, like, so they're getting their Social Security payments, and that's why me personally, that's why I think you see a lot of the chemtrails. A lot of older people now, especially here in Southern California, are having breathing problems. I read an article the other day that said if you're over 70 years old and you live in the LA area, get the hell out of there, because lung cancer is one of the biggest things. I mean, you have an acid cloud hanging over the city, 300 days out of the year, and so I think their main goal is to get rid of some of the chattel debt slaves that have already, they've already kind of used them to go to their wars or whatever, and now they're seeing that they have to pay them a monthly payment every month, and they don't want to do that and pay for their health care and everything. So it's not profitable for them. So that's how you have to look at it. You have to kind of look at it as a cold, hard. We've signed on to be chattel debt slaves for this corporation in return for some meager benefits and privileges. But in all actuality, I mean, you're trained in a government school, and then you have to go out and go to work for the corporation, which means they're going to take at least a quarter, if not half, in local, state, and taxes, fees, federal taxes, income taxes. Now you got Obamacare you got to pay for, and so there's basically going to be very little money for you to, like, save up for your future. And even if there is a future, chances are you're going to get some sort of a cancer or something, and they're going to suck it all out of you at the end anyway, like they did my dad. And then they pump you full of battery acid and tell you they're trying to treat your cancer, and then they kill you and take 150, 200 grand out of your pocket, and which could have went to he could have passed that down to his children, but now he can't. So it's definitely difficult to get ahead. But they'll tell you all day long, it's just shoot for the stars, and you're going to be a rock star and a millionaire, and it's kind of like that movie Fight Club, and you're probably not going to be. You're just going to be a regular schmo sitting in an office, or working on a building something, just working from paycheck to paycheck. And that's how they want it. They want you to be dependent on them as your big daddy, and every time you run to them for something, then you just kind of give them more power. So my thing is, in 2015, learn how the commercial system works, because we are definitely in it, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. You hear all these things about end the Fed, or this new BRICS deal, or my whole thing is, as much as possible, separate yourself from the system, and you can do it. And don't be one of those people in a rush to go out and get a mortgage and all that crap and buy a new car, and because these people are going to be coming down pretty hard. And I think the whole key to it is to they want to federalize the police. That's why now you see with all these protests and things, when the cops killing people, and I mean, there's no question the police in the United States are on an unprecedented killing spree. And you know what? When they off a chattel debt slave, the corporation actually gets paid twice, because the debt, your portion of the national debt, gets eliminated. So that's good. Plus, they insured your corporate fiction, the bonds that are out there floating around, backed by your birth certificate bond through your Susticate trust, those are insured, so those get paid off with a nice handsome insurance policy. Just like the soldiers over that are fighting in the wars, they have a $25 million insurance policy on them. So they don't really care if you get killed over in one of these wars or anything, or if you get offed on the street for whatever reason, because it pays down the debt, and that's ultimately good for the bottom line of the corporation. What they want to do, the federal corporation now is coming in and taking over all the states. So I think what they want to do is start a race war or some kind of a contrived civil war, kind of boost up the fear factor through the police. So now they got them all chomping at the bit. Now the police are actually they're the military that looks over the captured chattel debt slaves. And you can see they have military insignias. They have the stars. CHP, California Highway Patrol, came out recently, and they're looking for recruits. And they told them they are a paramilitary organization. So we are under martial rule, under martial law, and they're going to tighten the screws on that. What I implore everybody to do is just learn how the system works. Learn how the commercial system works, and how to get your remedy through that, and how to deal with these courts, and what your straw man is, and what all these things are, because they don't want you to learn that. They want you watching Dancing with the Stars and being out protesting and stuff like that. They don't want you in your house learning how everything works so you can get a remedy, and we can help everyone rise above this situation that we find ourselves in. So I guess that's basically it. One whole thing this morning what I wanted to talk about is that any company that you go to work for that's registered with the United States corporation, that's who you're actually working for. I mean, if I was to start a business today and go down and register the business in this county, I'm handing over ownership. Now, I'd be the president of the company, but I'm not the owner. Just like you're not the owner of any of your property. We have no property. We've handed over ownership of everything to them. Like, you don't have a title to your car, you have a certificate of title. You don't have a title, a birth certificate. You have a certificate of live birth. You have a birth certificate. And you don't have a deed to your house, or you're not listed as the owner, you're listed as a tenant. So we're all tenants on the plantation. And I implore people to, I don't want to seem like that's where people kind of get thrown off. Well, what are you, anti-patriotic? You un-American? Well, what is that anyway? I mean, just because I was born onto this slave plantation, I mean, I love the land here, and it's nice. The weather's good. And, when I flush the toilet, the poop goes away. That's nice. But everything else, it's getting too restrictive, and I can feel it, coming in. But anyway, go to stopthepirates.blogspot.com. Just throw out this little blurb today. $2.6 billion welfare payment to the United States government given to Walmart. And I won't even go near a Walmart, man. It's depressing to go in there and see those people. They all look so run down, and I'm not going to say anything bad, but they just look like they're chewed up. None of them look happy. None of them look healthy. Anyway, go to my blog. Check out my blog, stopthepirates.blogspot.com. Got a wealth of information over there. Check it out. Get the information. Start learning. Turn off the TV. Don't turn it off in 2015. Smash it. Kill it. Don't let it into your house. Anyway, Happy New Year 2015. Let's make it a good one. Thank you very much. Bye.